Hi guys, Terry here with Truth in Numbers. We are doing working session number 4, so we're working our way through the 5 senses. We're now at 4 of 5, and today's sense is taste. Now, if you're familiar with any of the other 3 that I've posted, there are 3 steps to our working session here. The first step is to list out all the different tastes that we might find useful for self-care. Step 2 is to take those tastes and kind of break them out a little bit. Figure out where and how we're going to access these in terms of form and format and whatnot. And then step 3 is to identify areas in the home or at work or on the go where we can use these as layers. So just to make sure that not just at home, we're covered, but that when we're at work and then when we're on the go, we have at the ready some things that we can use to layer on self-care in terms of taste. So let's get going. Get your pen and paper, your notes on your phone, or use your computer. Get that all out. Pause this if you need to get ready. And then we're just going to dive right in. All right, guys. So when it comes to taste, take some time right now to list out all the different ways that taste could energize you or soothe or all of that. Now the tricky thing is that we're talking about food, so we do this every day, so it's not just about eating or tasting something. It's not just about eating, I guess is what I want to say. It's about actually being present to taste and enjoy or be energized by something that we're eating. And so take this time to list out all kinds of things, and then we'll go on to the next step. But before we do, I'll just kind of throw out a few ideas that might jog your process. So I was thinking, the first thing that came to mind, and I'm not a big drinker, but is the salt on the rim of a margarita. That is such a nice, surprising, lovely taste. And then another one that I wrote down was cinnamon on vanilla ice cream. Have you ever done that? I absolutely love it. And then if you fry a banana and put the ice cream on top of the caramelized banana, and then cinnamon on top of that, I mean, you really got something going there. Then, for me, cold water, and then fizzy mineral water, and then cold fizzy mineral water. I'm all about all of that. Have you ever tried frozen sweet cherries from the store in the bag? And then also, if you eat grapes, to freeze some grapes, you've got a little popsicles right there. So that are healthier than other popsicles, if you will. Let's see, what else did I put in here? The first bite of a delicious meal like salmon, or I make a mean omelet, so that's kind of a nice present moment. Let's see what else. I usually eat, you guys, raw nuts, I guess you would call them. I go to the big box store and get the big bags of cashews and walnuts and almonds. And I was on the road, and I'm like, oh, I need a snack. I need some fat. And I got some lightly salted roasted almonds, and was surprised because it's been a while. The simple pleasures, guys. This is where I'm kind of dwelling these days. But the crispiness of a roasted almond, I was so unfamiliar with it. So all this to say is that is definitely on my list. And then if I'm eating out on the road for work, and I'm getting a side of hopefully steamed broccoli with nothing added to it, I'll ask for a side of lemon wedges to put on that, because I like that flavor. So you get the idea. We eat every day, usually, most of us. So take this time, pause this as needed until you're ready to go on to step 2. All right, step 2 is where we break apart each of the items on our list. And that's where we identify where we can access and how, what that access is going to look like for all of these things. So I had just mentioned, the crispiness of almonds, and I was on the road and I needed something that was not a carby thing. And so now I have a little box that I take. It's like a little a box with a lid that latches, and I put lightly salted roasted almonds in there. I'll put other nuts in there too, but if I need a treat on the road, that's my go-to. And so I try to get that that little box all set up before I hit the road for a longer road trip. So I mentioned the salt on the rim of a margarita glass, and you can access that at a restaurant. You can also access that if you go and get the rim salt, which you can find at certain specialty stores. So that's a thing. What else did I write down? Making sure that the water is in the refrigerator, whether that's bottled water or I had an acquaintance that whenever we would go over to her house, she had the most delicious lemon water, and it was just really, really cold in a pitcher with sliced lemons in it. And for some reason, it was the best lemon water, in town. So that's a thing. And then also, one of the things on the road is we typically have kitchens at home, and so we can do any kind of access any kind of thing that we choose to stock in our kitchens or pantries. But on the road, sometimes I'll take olive oil and garlic salt, and then maybe some rice wine vinegar to just make sure that I have a non-seed oil when I'm eating a salad out. So those are some of the ways that I kind of break out where and how and what it's going to look like for me to access these layers of taste. So go ahead and do that work. Look at all the different forms of taste, and then I'll meet you back here for step 3. So guys, we're now on to step 3, and that's where we list out home, work, and travel. And we might say on the go, because travel can be being out shopping and needing to access self-care, or pardon me, I have a little frog in my throat. Access self-care, and we might have some of those nuts, or a fresh olive oil on salad or something like that. So I'm a little tickled. Shopping can be tough, I don't know, when we're out and about on the go. So take those 3 categories, and then let's map everything on our list, or the ways that we want to access taste, as in layering for self-care, pardon me, and map them to each of those places, because we want to make sure that we don't just that we have stuff at home, which is going to be the easiest one, but at work, what are we gonna have in our drawers at work, and when we're on the go, what are we gonna throw in our purses or bags or backpacks, so that if we're out and about, we can make a good choice for self-care when it comes to taste. So take some time to do that. This is a working session, so I did a little work up front. I'll do a little bit of work afterwards for my own list, and I'll meet you back here to close out. All right, guys, thanks for the time. I hope this was helpful. I'm finding it helpful. I'd like to be prepared, especially when things get stressy, and especially when it comes to food, that I've identified ways that I can treat myself, that I can layer on self-care, that's not going to be the the caramelized banana with the with the ice cream and cinnamon on top. Probably not the best choice for me right now. But all this to say is, this is our library for taste. We've got 4 libraries on the go here. We have a 5th one coming. So I am looking forward to touching base with you again for the 5th sense. And you know, this is an interesting week. This is the first week. This is an interesting week, week of January 20th. So I am with you in my heart and with you here. And I am glad that we are walking through this together. And that's all for right now. Y'all take care out there. Bye-bye.